The Reptilian files and their map found on gold plates according to allegations. There are many legends and myths about reptiles, reptilians that came from somewhere else and helped people. Various ancient civilizations worshipped them as gods, and these quote unquote gods kept records which also mentioned the origin of humanity. The history of Hydra is well known over the globe. These are intelligent beings that could take the forms of humans or reptiles at will. In other words, they were shapeshifters. They created underground cities around the world. In ancient America, there are many myths and legends that described how the snakes of wisdom enlightened their locals. The Mayans recorded the story of a kind of iguana man who came down from heaven and took over their culture. They taught them how to build magnificent pyramids and told them how to organize them to reflect the constellations. The Hopi Indians of North America, the North American Indians, also referred to the tribe of snakes, which they called Shetty, which translates as snake brothers. And according to the leaders of the Apache and the Hopi tribes, the snakes built a series of secret underground cities that are said to exist under Arizona, California, and Mexico. And these stories most likely became the reason why G. Warren Shufeldt, a geophysical mining engineer, began searching for the legendary treasure hunter. Where in the 1930s, Shufeldt developed a device called an X-ray machine that he believed could detect underground tunnels. On January 29, 1934, the Los Angeles Times made headlines about his efforts under the title Lizard People's Catacombs City Hunted. The article described Shufeldt's efforts to locate a lost city that hid mythical treasures and indestructible records of an advanced tribe deep in the earth beneath the Fort Moore Hill, because according to Shufeldt, there were the secrets of lizards, the lizard men. And based on his machine, Shufeldt headed to an area that stretched from the public library to the foothills of Mount Washington. The engineer said, "I knew I was on top of a pattern of tunnels, their tunnels." According to the so-called Indian Hopi greenfell leaf, the English name for L. Macklin, their legends matched and kept pace with what Shufeldt's machine suggested. There was the site of one of the three lost cities of the Indians, on the Pacific coast, the one that the lizard men, the reptilians dug after the great catastrophe, quote unquote, which happened about 5,000 years ago. This legendary catastrophe took the form of a huge fiery tongue, which came out of the southwest, destroying everything in its path. The underground city was created as a shelter from possible future fires. The lost city was not dug by the reptilians with a shovel and a spade, but with some kind of chemicals and entrances of the tunnels that started from the shore, were dried, according to the legend. The tide that passed daily inside and outside of the lower parts of the tunnels forced the movement of air in the upper tunnels, providing ventilation and at the same time cleaning and disinfecting the tunnels. In the hollow domes of the hills above the labyrinths of the city, 1,000 families were housed, as is done in tall buildings with indestructible food supplies in the catacombs. According to legend and Shufeldt's machine, the key area was found where the archives were hidden, which were kept on gold plates 4 feet long and 14 inches wide. Among them was a history of the Maya and the origin of the human race. Especially for the last issue, however, this was in a corner of the gold archives that, however, had already been cut and removed. Shufeldt's machine located and photographed 37 such plates, 3 of which had their corners cut off. Since then, nothing else has been heard about the lost underground city in the lizards' records, the reptilian records. No known attempt was made to find these gold files. All that is left is the map. This I've translated for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.